Tonight we are doing an update on GME. To be fair, it has been some time since we have done an update on GME, but a lot has happened. I mean, realistically, this one has correlated in share price to AMC somewhat. I mean, yes, the price per share is obviously a lot higher, but the motion has been quite similar. Good things for GME today, good things for GME over the past 5 days, and even in the past month, you know what, we can see we are picking ourselves back up. We're at about 180 right now, and we can see we're definitely quite close now to the actual highs that we were seeing in the last 30 days. Now, of course, over the past 6 months, we have seen much higher, but you know what, things are really getting quite interesting now for the stock. So again, that is what we are talking about quickly in this video. Obviously, this one's not a fundamental analysis. We're just quickly looking at what we have seen today and over the past few days, giving my thoughts and opinions. So first things first, this is obviously not financial advice. I'm sure you already know that. But of course, make sure to do your own research. I just feel the need to state that every video, just for my safety and for yours as well. But yes, if you do find enjoyment in this video, make sure to give it a like and subscribe, because again, we talk about GME, AMC, and many other stocks and cryptos on a daily basis here on the N2S Finance channel. So yes, we are going to jump into this one, starting on the less technical charts, then moving along to some of the more recent news that we do have about this stock. So we're going to start off here on the 1 month chart, because the 1 month chart really just shows picking ourselves back up. We can see that we hit lows in the past 30 days down here at about $135. Now in the past 6 months, we all know that we rocketed all the way to these highs of $300, if not higher, which was pretty good. But you know what, guys, people definitely think that there's a lot more to be had out of GameStop, and I absolutely do understand why. Again, we're talking more about this in just a moment. So good things today for GameStop. We can see up by a further $10, which equates to about 6.5%, which is good. Again, we can see we are giving a lot of those gains away towards the end of the day. However, things are still remaining quite stable, which is fantastic. And coming towards the end of the trading day, we definitely could see more motion to the upside, as we do sometimes see. But overall, not much to see today, but I am still pretty happy with what we have seen. Now let's move over to the actual volume that we are seeing for GME today. So we're going to start off here having a quick look, if it will allow me to highlight. So most recent volume is clearly down here at about 8.4 million. Not bad at all. Obviously, we have seen much higher in the past, but this just shows that not much is really going on with this stock. And again, if we can correlate this to yesterday, if it will allow me to, we can see that only yesterday we had volume of 10 million. So again, volume stepping itself down. Ultimately, though, the trend is the same. The price is dropping, but people aren't really doing anything. People are still holding. Now, this is something which I do state a lot with AMC. I do firmly believe it. It's my personal thought, especially with AMC, but with this stock as well, that there is a very strong community behind both of these stocks, and people know there is a lot of potential to be had out of both of them. I think right now people are definitely quite optimistic, people looking for good things around the stock. If we can move over to here, where we can have a quick look on Fintel as usual, we can see the short volume ratio, which is about 24%. That isn't too bad at all, and we can see that is actually pretty good. If we can scroll down a bit further, we can see the shares available to short is apparently 200,000, so it is running quite low, to be fair, but that is still, you know, quite a decent amount. Again, this is relatively low, to be fair, and I think that definitely does need acknowledging. Again, information is coming from fintel.io. If we can have a quick look down here, we can get a bit of an image, a bit of a graph to see the short volume ratio. So short volume ratio basically has been quite stable over the past few months, and realistically, over the past month or so, I would say, we can see from this dip in short volume down here, we have actually gained quite a bit more short volume to the ratio, which is good. So we're almost nearing on the highs that we saw back here. Obviously nowhere near what we saw back in late last year, but obviously things are still pretty good. I think going forwards, we do have a lot going for us. According to this chart, we aren't even very far off where we were in January when it comes to the short volume ratio. Again, we do have a lot of room to be made in there, but things are still looking very decent, I do believe, and there is a lot of potential for this stock. Now I want to move over to some more technical charts and have a bit of a look of what is going on for the stock today, and obviously over the past few days. So I think this is really interesting. For me at least, I definitely do see GME as having some potential to break out in the next few weeks, as you guys will probably already know. Obviously, I think there's a lot of potential for this company anyway, but I think where we stand right now, really interesting things going on for both GME and AMC. But obviously, you know what, I think this one definitely does have potential again to break past $200 perhaps in the next week or two. As I have mentioned, there's a very strong community behind this stock. I think if this does keep up with which it probably will, I can see this one continue to explode. Only the other day, I think it was yesterday actually, we had this news. This article here is coming from shacknews.com, and it talks about the fact that just the other day, GME GameStop actually completes a $550 million secondary stock offering. Again, something which a lot of you guys probably do already know of, but this is good news in my opinion. It obviously shows that GME is definitely capitalizing off what is going on at the moment. I think this is very, very good. So GameStop as a fundamental company, I do believe it now is in a fantastic position going forwards to turn itself around. I think the people who are holding this one right now, you know, they do see a lot of good things for the stock, both long term and short term. I think right now is a very interesting time. So would I buy GameStop? Honestly, I would, as long as I was aware of the risks associated with the stock. You guys may already recall that I actually do own AMC. I definitely would buy GameStop in a similar fashion, but obviously for me, only one of these two stocks is decent, and again, nothing against GME. I think they both do have similar potential, but it's just a case of I was going to buy either one or the other. You know what, I'm not hating on the other one, it's just a case of obviously, due to the amount of money it would cost obviously to buy multiple shares, I just bought AMC instead. That's just my personal position, guys. Make sure to tell me yours in the comment section. What do you think to GME? Is it a fantastic time to buy, or should you avoid? I think it's not the worst time to buy, as long as you are associated and aware of the risk. Thank you for watching. See you soon.